What did you find as a result of using our site?
Well, the first auction that we had was one unit. Like I said, we were still a little leery about the whole thing, but we made $4,000, over $4,000 on our first unit. It was hassle-free, the safety of it, because when we do auctions here on site, there's just so many people that come and a lot of money going out. And when Mike comes in with his crew, they film cutting the lock, they film inventory, everything is filmed from the time they step onto the property until they leave. So that's all online. So that's a good safety thing in case anybody needed to come back on us or what have you. And so everything was just good about it.
Peace of mind. RNLauctions.com limited my liability by taking over all aspects of the auction process, and cost savings for myself by not having to staff additional employees at the site on auction day.
I like the fact that I don't have large crowds on my property. Another thing is like there's no cash changing hands. Ease in which we can schedule auctions, lot cuts, those kinds of things. It also gives us more exposure. There's more of a turnout I find when I go to look at the site, how many hits per each locker, which is astounding to me.
I know I'm going to get paid on that locker on time so that I can rent the locker again quickly. I don't have to worry about inventorying or camera. It saves time for me. I don't have to worry about who's coming in my office to pay. I know who's coming to pay. It just absolutely simplifies the whole process and my workload.
It takes away some of my liability, gives me security because I don't have all the cash here after a big auction, and convenience.
Minimal dealing with the customers actually, the financial end of it, no cash on hand, no cash trading hands. In all actuality, it worked much better than the actual live auctions.
It is traffic, and pretty much the generation of traffic. Whereas an auctioneer would bring in maybe, at the most, if you get a good auctioneer, and they bring in 50 people. I would much rather have the 14,000 people that viewed our last auction than have those 50 people.
Seeing the pictures that they took, the video, it was all there, it was all documented. Seeing how many times the units were viewed and seeing the bids as well, how much it was being bid for, how often it was being bid for, it was very reassuring.
RLStorageAuctions.com is a full-service online auction company working for you. Our goal is to reduce your liability by documenting everything from lock cut to full locker contents and taking care of every aspect of the entire process. Reduce unsafe conditions at your facility for both your staff and customers by eliminating the hassle and mess of crowds on auction day. Our goal is also to increase transparency and accountability by enabling you to view each movement of the auction process online. And increase your auction's values by driving not just dozens, but thousands of bidders to your auctions.
Would you recommend us to another facility?
Oh, absolutely, and I do. Trust me, I spread the word because you guys are amazing. As long as they are doing online auctions, we are going to have them do our online auctions.
Yes, I would definitely recommend RLauctions.com.
Absolutely, I'd recommend 100%.
I always recommend R&L to people. It's been a year, it's been great.
Highly recommend it.
I've been very pleased with the service of RL Liquidators, and I've actually made more money from my auctions in the last year.
When you go from having just a few people show up at an auction to over 14,000 people view your auction, I can't imagine why anyone would not go with R&L Auctions and doing it online.
It's so easy. I mean, you can't get any easier than this.
Try RLStorageAuctions.com for your next auction and find out why it makes so much sense. For more information, call Mike Cormack at 916-512-0519. RLStorageAuctions.com. The hardest part to understand is how it can be so easy.